Alright, so as you may or may not be aware already, I made a gargoyle cage in the past that was bioactive and had some cool plants in it, but it's been a couple months, some of the plants have died back, and I wasn't really super happy with the result. I never really was. And so yeah, I picked this guy off of Craigslist today, and we're going to find out what we can do with it. So here's the tank after about 3 months. I've changed it up a little bit. Things have definitely grown in, but as you can see, it's just kind of a mess. So we're going to be playing with that today. This is going to be our last look at the thing before I tear it down and use it for parts. Oh yeah. Of course, before we started demolishing his cage, we had to take out the gecko. Now excuse me while I go catch him before he jumps away. Now it's getting a little bit too dang dark to film, but basically what I'm gonna do, since I'm cheap, I'm gonna use all the same soil, all the same plants, all the same goodness I had growing in here already. I'm even gonna try to pull out that background and use as much of that as I possibly can. And I'm gonna foam in between the cracks and try to make it a decent looking naturalistic background as best as I can. As you can see, that big old zebra plant, that $20 zebra plant I bought, died off, and I actually replaced it with this nice pilea I had growing on the corner in my frog cage. So we're going to be saving all those in tubs off to the side while I do all this. We have henceforth dismantled the terrarium. The 18 by 18 is no more, and we get to start on the 18 by 18 by 24. Luckily the background fits perfectly there, and that little seam there is obviously going to be hidden by dirt and soil and drainage layer and what else, so we're just going to keep using that. Oh yeah. Alrighty, now we're going to attach some cork bark here to the background. Stuff some wire mesh inside so we can actually use those for planters as well. Alright, after a bit of a kerfuffle with some great stuff that didn't work and some silicone that was the wrong color, I think I'm just going to use this last bit of gaps and cracks I have. It's not the stuff I usually like to use, but it was cheap. Alright, and we are back. It is daytime now, and I have once again already started without you. Here, I put some bio balls down. I'm about to cut out some screen and put that over these. I've also found this really nice piece of manzanite that I had in the back, so I'm going to use that instead of this big old clunky piece of cork bark. So, you can see all that stuff I've glued into the back right there with the foam. And it's all staying quite nicely. Those are going to be some nice planters. And let's get started. Alright, so here we are a couple days afterwards. I've finished the tank, and I must say it looks a lot better than it started out with. Alright guys, so it's a couple days later. We've got everything all set up. We've got the gargoyle gecko in there. We've got the misters going on a timer. It's looking pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. A whole lot better than the 18 by 18 by 18 he was previously in. All the same plants were used. All the same substrate was used. A lot of the same cork bark. Some of the same decor. But he's loving it so far. Let's see if we can get a nice zoom on him and not get the camera wet. There he is. Let's see, he's enjoying the back of the bromeliads at the moment. But usually he's wedged himself right behind some cork bark. Yeah, you can see that mister up there. Getting everything nice and wet for the evening. It also works on my green tree monitor cage too. I have them hooked up together, and it seems to be working just fine. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Hope you got a couple of good ideas. I'll leave a list of the plants and materials I used in the description. This is just kind of a rough video vlog at the moment, and we'll see what comes of it. This was just sort of a Christmas present for my little gecko here. Since he's being so good and growing so well, getting so colorful, I figured he's needed something a little bit more colorful to reflect that. And since it's Christmas Eve, I'm in a giving mood, so next we're gonna tackle that. The Poecilotheria metallicas. Fun, fun, fun.